Have you ever lain next to your wife and felt completely empty inside? Not because you stopped loving her, but because your body no longer listens to you. It is hard to stay hard. You lose it too fast. And that sinking feeling just makes you want to fake sleep, to get it over with. You do not talk about it, because you feel embarrassed, but deep down, your pride is quietly hurting. And without even realizing it, the distance between you two keeps growing. You are not the only one. And more importantly, this is not the end of the road. This video is going to talk to you like a close friend. We will dive into the real reason behind this hard to talk about issue, and how you can get your edge back naturally, gently, without any pills, and without pressure. If there is still love in your heart, then stay with me until the end of this video. Because this might just be the turning point that helps you reconnect with what you thought was long lost. And before we begin, please help me out by hitting the subscribe button, leaving a comment, or sharing how you feel. Your support is exactly what keeps me going and helps spread more meaningful messages like this one. Part 1. When intimacy is not what it used to be, the silent cost of erectile dysfunction. At first, it is just a few missed beats in the middle of intimacy. You tell yourself it is probably just exhaustion, maybe stress, and that it will pass. But over time, things get harder to control. You lose your sense of initiative, and in its place come anxiety, awkwardness, and that creeping desire to avoid it altogether. Nobody says it out loud, but both of you can feel the growing distance. You start avoiding her eyes, pulling away whenever she gently touches you. She, on the other hand, grows quietly sad, unsure why the man beside her has become so distant. Slowly, the bond between husband and wife becomes something too uncomfortable to mention, even though the love is still very much there. Many people think, maybe I am just getting old. This is normal, right? But no, erectile dysfunction is not just about aging. It is a gentle, yet unmistakable warning that your body is asking to be heard, to be cared for in the right way. So what exactly is causing you to lose your edge after turning 60? The next part will help you understand clearly, and show you the path to real change. Part 2. Why does intimacy become so difficult after turning 60? You might still love your wife. You might still crave that closeness. But your body responds slowly, or worse, does not respond at all. It feels like there used to be a switch that flipped on effortlessly. And now no matter how many times you flip it, the light just will not turn on. So, what is really going on? Once you pass the age of 60, a series of quiet changes begin to take place inside your body, all of which directly affect your sexual health, from blood circulation, hormones, and muscle strength, to your emotional state. Together, they make intimacy feel far more difficult than it used to be. Let us start with blood flow. For a strong erection to happen, your penis needs steady and forceful blood circulation. But over time, your blood vessels start to age. They lose their elasticity, and become more prone to blockage. That is why men with high blood pressure, diabetes, or high cholesterol often experience problems in the bedroom. Then there is testosterone, the hormone that defines masculinity. After middle age, your testosterone levels naturally decline year after year. When that hormone is lacking, you feel tired, your desire fades, and even if the feelings are there, your body no longer cooperates the way it used to. And finally, your mindset, the silent but powerful enemy. A few early failures can plant the seed of anxiety. The more you worry, the harder it is to get hard. And the harder it is, the more afraid you become. You get trapped in a vicious cycle of insecurity, and your body responds by shutting down completely. But here is the good news. Once you understand the real causes, you can absolutely take back control. Still, erectile dysfunction is not just about what happens in the bedroom. Sometimes, it is the first warning sign of much more serious health issues, like a signal from deep within your body. So what is your body trying to tell you? We are going to take a closer look in the next part. Part 3. When getting it up is no longer just about sex. It could be a cry for help from your body. Many men believe that erectile dysfunction is simply a man's problem, something to hide out of shame. Something that will pass if you just try harder. But the truth is, It can actually be an early warning sign from within, telling you that a more serious health issue might be just around the corner. Think of it this way. Your penis is one of the most sensitive parts of your body when it comes to blood circulation. The blood vessels there are incredibly small and fragile. If it stops working properly, chances are your cardiovascular system, those larger blood vessels, may also be struggling silently. In fact, studies show that erectile dysfunction can appear 2 to 5 years before the first heart attack. So you see, this is not just about sex. Another common culprit is diabetes. When your blood sugar stays too high for too long, it damages your nerves and destroys those tiny blood vessels. That weakens the signal from your brain to your private parts, causing slower reactions, weaker responses, or even complete numbness. You may still feel desire, but your body no longer responds. Then there is high blood pressure and bad cholesterol, known as LDL, two silent but extremely dangerous enemies. They damage the lining of your arteries, cause blockages, and slowly shut the door on the blood supply to your penis. And without blood, there is no erection, no matter how hard you try. The sad reality is that many of these health conditions do not cause pain and show no obvious symptoms in the early stages. Sometimes, erectile dysfunction is the first and only warning sign that something serious is happening inside your body. So instead of suffering in silence or blaming your age, look at this as an opportunity, a chance to assess and restore your overall health before it is too late. And now that you know the root of the problem, the next question is this: how do you regain your performance and boost both your sexual and heart health without becoming completely dependent on medication? Let us explore that in the next part. Part 4. Improving your erections, naturally, gently, and with long-lasting results. Now that you understand the causes, the real question is, what can you do to improve? You do not need to rely on medication. You do not need expensive or awkward solutions either. Just a few small changes in your daily lifestyle can be enough to help you regain your strength, your confidence, and the closeness that may have been lost. Let us start with the most important factor, blood circulation. Without proper blood flow, the penis simply cannot get erect, no matter how much desire you feel. To improve this, all it takes is light physical activity each day, brisk walking, cycling, swimming. Just 20 to 30 minutes a day is enough to boost circulation, lower blood pressure, and stabilize blood sugar and cholesterol levels. Next is your diet, specifically foods that support blood flow. Certain foods like beets, watermelon, and dark leafy greens help your body produce nitric oxide, a compound that relaxes blood vessels and increases blood flow to the penis. But blood flow is only part of the story. Do not forget testosterone, the hormone that makes you feel like a man. After the age of 50, this hormone naturally declines, leaving you tired, less interested in sex, and struggling to get or stay hard. That is why you should focus on quality sleep, light strength training, like lifting light weights, and adding nutrients like zinc, vitamin D and omega-3 fatty acids to your routine. These support your body in restoring its own testosterone levels. No need for synthetic hormones unless medically necessary. And finally, your mindset. This is often the biggest barrier of all. Anxiety, fear of failure, low self-worth, these cause stress, which tightens blood vessels and shuts down your sex drive. That is why learning to manage stress is crucial. Try light meditation, deep breathing each day, or simply spend 30 minutes before bed in quiet, no screens, no news, just you with yourself. And one more thing, something incredibly important, do not keep all of this to yourself. Talk to your wife. An open and honest conversation can relieve so much pressure. Her empathy and understanding might just be the strongest medicine you could ever receive. To sum it up, nothing needs to be complicated. All you need is to understand your body, care for it the right way, keep a positive mindset, and most importantly, do not walk this path alone. The support of your life partner is the most solid foundation you can have to reclaim your vitality and fully enjoy this stage of life. And if you are ready, your new journey begins right now. To you, the one listening right now, erectile dysfunction is not the end of your sex life. It does not define your worth, and it certainly does not mean your time has passed. In truth, It is simply a quiet reminder from your body that it is time to take better care of yourself, to listen more closely, and to treat yourself with real compassion. You absolutely can improve. All it takes is understanding what is really going on and making gentle adjustments to your diet, your movement, your sleep, and your emotional well-being. Small steps will lead to big changes, and you can regain your confidence, your intimacy, and your connection with the one you love, not with the hurried energy of youth, but with the mature, meaningful bond that comes with this stage of life. And most importantly, do not walk this path alone. When you and your wife walk it together, share the journey, and support each other, even the hardest things become easier. The listening, the understanding between you two, that is the most powerful medicine there is. Stronger than any pill you could ever take. If you are on this journey, or if you know someone who is, please share this video as a message of hope. You are not alone, and you absolutely deserve a fulfilling life, even with silver in your hair. If you found today's video helpful, please hit like, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below. What part resonated with you the most? And what topics would you like me to talk about in the next video? Thank you for being here. I wish you health, happiness, and that the flame of love continues to burn quietly, no matter how far time may carry us. See you in the next video.